begitu Bu ya. Nah, kalau Bapak Pak Dubes, masyarakat Indonesia, diaspora Indonesia, very welcome you tonight Pak. Dan sengaja mereka mengorbankan waktu untuk Super Bowl, melihat Bapak bersama Ibu Rosa Rai Jalal bersama keluarga. Bersama kita ada tadi Bu Hani lupa menyebutkan, ada Ketua BNI, perwakilan BNI New York, Pak Yudi, ada Pak Haru, Ketua Perwakilan BNI New York, dan Pak Iwan, Wakil Kepala Perwakilan BI di New York. Jadi satu tadi itu yang terlupakan. Tapi di sini saya ingin memperkenalkan kepada Bapak, di Philadelphia Pak, sebagaimana juga di negara bagian lainnya, memiliki ikatan gereja yang besar Pak. Di Philadelphia ada 13 istilahnya Indonesian Pastors Network. Dan mereka banyak, kalau saya boleh sampaikan di sini ada Romo Didi. Yang lain mungkin saya harus melihat satu persatu. Sorry. Halaman yang saya ada sekarang adalah selain komunitas dari Kristen Katolik, di sini juga ada masjid dipimpin oleh Pak Rudi. Silakan Pak. Selain itu Pak, masyarakat di sini yang kita kenal ada juga yang memiliki restoran. Kalau tadi Bapak makan siang di restoran Indonesia, itu baru salah satunya Pak. Di sini ada restoran yang namanya Sky Cafe, kemudian ada Indonesian Restaurant yang tadi Bapak datang, kemudian ada Warung Surabaya, dan juga banyak Indonesian Groceries Pak, dari Pandawa, dan kemudian beberapa lagi yang juga baru berbuka. Itu menunjukkan bisnis berkembang. Selain itu ada juga yang istilahnya diaspora yang berbisnis dengan Pak Andrew Samsu. Mana beliau Pak Andrew? Di sebelah kanan Pak. Beliau ini ada bisnis istilahnya namanya Trade Wind, seperti itu. Dan ada juga profesor Pak. Profesor di Temple University, Pak Profesor Hutapea, dan juga tadi saya baru berkenalan dengan Profesor Satrio, universitasnya agak baru buat saya. Mungkin saya bacakan saja di sini. Villanova, Pak. Villanova. Dan masyarakat juga ada perwakilan dari Permias. Permiasnya namanya Permias apa ini? Drexel University. Mana tadi? Wah, itu dia yang muda berkarya Pak. Dan Bu Rosalina tidak bersama kita malam hari ini. Beliau ada acara keluarga, tetapi Bu Rosalina adalah salah satu tokoh yang juga mencoba menghidupkan Permias dari kalangan SMA untuk universitas. Mungkin Pak, kalau saya perkenalkan satu persatu akan banyak, tapi yang Bapak perlu catat adalah masyarakat Indonesia yang kawin campur, mixed marriage, dan mereka itu ada bersama kita juga malam hari ini, yang istilahnya adalah Garuda Pennsylvania. Mungkin Bapak dan Ibu yang mewakili, Pak Bambang tadi saya lihat Pak Bambang, wah itu dia Pak Bambang. Lalu ada Ibu siapa tadi, Ibu Vivi. Ini Ibu Vivi yang cantik sekali. Beliau ini memiliki hotel di Salatiga. Jadi hotelnya besar Pak di sana Pak. Boleh nanti kita berkunjung. Dan mungkin maaf Bapak dan Ibu yang lain, waktu yang saya diberikan oleh Bu Hani White sangat terbatas. Tapi Pak, sekali lagi dinamika KJRI bersama komunitas Philadelphia itu luar biasa. Saksinya mungkin Bu Aai, sorry, I have to mention your name, tapi beliau adalah korban badai Sandy yang akhir Oktober melanda terutama New Jersey, dan Ibu berada di Atlantic City. Dan sumbangan dan perhatian teman-teman luar biasa. Tidak hanya bencana alam, yang lebih adalah ketika ada penusukan terhadap saudara kita Firman. Komunitas di sini terutama Pak Rudi bersama masjid, pengurus masjid Al-Falah dan juga yang lain silih berganti mengungguli Pak Firman. Dan juga kemarin waktu ada yang meninggal, saya kalau tidak salah namanya Pak Edi Kamil Pak. Dan itu juga bantuan dari masyarakat luar biasa. Dan oleh karena itu KJRI tahun lalu tanggal 22 Desember kita mengadakan suatu event syukuran mengucapkan terima kasih atas kontribusi dari masyarakat diaspora Indonesia untuk diaspora Indonesia. Luar biasa. Mungkin itu yang dapat kami catat Pak dan dapat kami laporkan kepada Bapak. Inilah masyarakat atau diaspora Indonesia di Philadelphia.
The next is Bapak Muhammad Al-Arif. He just coming from Houston actually this morning, so welcome Bapak Arif.
Hello Philadelphia, good evening. Thank you. I have bad news. They canceled the Super Bowl, so you have nothing to worry about. So welcome everyone. It's very, we're very happy to be here with you, with the ambassador and also the consul general. I have the task of introducing you the Indonesia Diaspora Network, Indonesia Diaspora Network USA. Coincidentally, you actually have a chapter here in Philadelphia, Greater Philadelphia, and you've just elected Ibu Hani White as the chair. Please give a big hand. Yeah. Please support her. What is the idea behind the Indonesia Diaspora Network? Well, there's 250,000 people, diaspora Indonesia, in the United States. And there are about 8 million across the world. We're actually a very powerful force. And we, through this network, we're trying to connect the dots. Connect the dots. And if we're together, we're connected, all of us in Philly, all of us in Washington, all of us in New York and so forth, we can actually do much more. So this is what we're trying to do. Bapak Ibu, video yang baru dilihat tadi adalah kongres yang historis tahun lalu di Los Angeles, Kongres Diaspora Indonesia yang pertama. The first of its kind ever in the history of Indonesia, its diaspora overseas actually meet. It was in Los Angeles last year in July. And it was very historic, and from that, we've actually established this network. Hopefully, we'll actually achieve a lot of things together. This is the map of the United States, and each of those dots represents a big enclave of Indonesian diaspora. What is Indonesian diaspora? It's you, warga negara Indonesia yang ada di Amerika, maupun warga negara asing yang keturunan Indonesia. So if you are an Indonesian national or a US national but of Indonesian origin, maybe you had an Indonesian citizenship before, or maybe you have kids who was born here and now they're American citizen, also diaspora. But also people of foreign nationals with close linkage to Indonesia. Maybe some of your spouse are non-Indonesians, but because you're Indonesian, your spouse has close linkage to Indonesia. So your spouse is also a member of the diaspora. And so we're trying to connect all of us together so we can be a powerful force together to support the Republic, to support ourselves, to multiply opportunities for all of us. Please give a big hand to Philadelphia. And the good news is, in New York, they now have a chapter, Indonesia Diaspora Network in New York. Philadelphia, they have a chapter. Yesterday I was in Houston, but they've just established the IDN in Houston, and also in San Francisco. Before the middle of this year, everything will be connected. Yeah. If Mbak Evi, if you can show me the second slide.
Silakan Pak Gafur.
Bapak dan Ibu, malam ini merupakan suatu kehormatan untuk saya memperkenalkan Bapak Duta Besar. Mungkin saya tidak perlu memperkenalkan. Beliau adalah Duta Besar Indonesia termuda saat ini untuk Washington. Pak Dino beserta Ibu Rai beserta 3 putra-putrinya, dan pada malam hari ini beliau berkenan menerima suatu acara yang disebut oleh beliau sendiri Town Hall Meeting, dan silakan Bapak dan Ibu mempergunakan waktu yang sebaik-baiknya untuk berdialog dengan Bapak Duta Besar. Silakan Pak Duta Besar. Pak Duta Besar Dino Patijala. Bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu sekalian, pertama saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih atas kedatangannya. Saya ingin memperkenalkan dulu keluarga saya, istri saya Rosa Rai, dan anak-anak saya Alexa, Keanu, and Chloe. Istri saya adalah dokter gigi, she's a dentist. Also, I want to obviously introduce konjen kita Pak Gafur Dharma Putra yang sangat gesit, sangat lincah, dan sangat terampil. Thank you very much. And he's here with his wife, Ibu Konjen. Dan Pak Arif, yaitu Presiden dari Indonesian Diaspora Network USA. He works for the World Bank. Also from our embassy, Pak Haryo, silakan berdiri, atas pendidikan. And obviously, I want to thank special person Hani White. You've been very instrumental in organizing this, and you are a model in Indonesian diaspora. I also want to recognize Romo Aloysius Setiawan, Bapak Teni Landeno, Bapak Rudi Julo, Tan Pruk, Iwan Setiawan, Haru Kusuma Harjo, dan Muhammad Hidayat dari BNI. Thank you for being here. And there's a reason why we invite you, because for those of you who have problems sending money back home, things like that, these are people that have some ideas for you. But I'm going to speak today campuran Indonesia and English. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay, good. I came here for 2 reasons. One is to say a few words about what we've been doing about Indonesia, and the second thing is to listen to what we have to say. I know our communities in Philadelphia are among the most unique, the most compact, the most lively, the most cultured, the most active and dynamic Indonesian diaspora communities. And I know you have a lot of stories to tell. I want to listen to them. But first, I want to say something about Indonesia. I know many of you have been here for a long, long time, yeah? 14 years, 20 years, 30 years, and so on. Now, I was here in 1979 also, for the first time. And then I returned, dan sekarang saya kembali sebagai Duta Besar in the year 2010. Right? So, I've been back and forth for about 30 years into the United States. Now, I can tell you that the Indonesia that is our home is very different today. We have a very different profile. Yeah? What do I mean by it? You know, 12 years ago, when I was working at the embassy, saya agak kecil hati. Yeah? Mengapa? Because every time I met somebody here, they all were full of concern about Indonesia. We had separatist problems. Our economy was down 13%, yeah, contracted 30%. We had political instability. We had ethnic problems. We had social riots. Nothing we did was right. Yeah, it's almost, or maybe exactly like the countries of Arab Spring today, at the beginning of their democratic
transition. Everything was so messy, politically, economically, socially, diplomatically, across the board. You know, it was very difficult feeling being Indonesian 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Yeah. But now, you know, I go back to Washington, the feeling is very different. Indonesia now has entirely different profile. Yeah? We are the largest, the third largest democracy in the world. I don't know if you realize that. So there's India, the largest, America, and then Indonesia, number 3 in the world. We are the strongest democracy in Southeast Asia. We have the largest economy in Southeast Asia. We have the most stable government in Asia, especially in Southeast Asia. And last year, believe it or not, Indonesia is the second highest growth economy in Asia after China. We grew more than India. Everybody talk about India, right? Everybody talk about China, but people don't realize Indonesia grew higher than India last year, right? So we grew about 6.5%. America grew less than 2%. So our growth is more than 3 times the growth of America. Brazil grew last year at only 1%. 1%. We grew at 6.5%, more than 6 times of Brazil. Our economy now have reached $1 trillion. I know it sounds not much if you live around here, but for a country, a third world country like Indonesia, very few economies in the world bisa melewati $1 trillion. We have reached that. Our economy is larger than the Dutch economy, which is our former colonial power, and I think coming close to overcoming Australia's economy. Ya. Jadi kalau bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu di sini jalan, tegapkanlah muka, banggalah menjadi orang Indonesia. Ya. Suatu ada Arab Spring Revolutions di Washington, orang-orang pada bilang bahwa they hope that Arab Spring countries can become what Indonesia is today. That is reaching a democratic, stable, and dynamic society like we have. Yeah. So I keep telling my American friends and my Arabic friends, I hope the Arab Spring will become Indonesian summer, right? So we are now seen not as a problem, not as a pariah, not as a failed state, but as a model, an example for other nations. Yeah. So this is what I want to tell you. Our image today is very different than our image 12 years ago or 30 years ago. Ya, satu. Nah, yang lebih penting lagi, bukan Indonesia yang sudah berubah juga. Tapi you know what? Profil dari diaspora Indonesia di seluruh dunia, terutama di Amerika. What do I mean? I'm talking about you. Yang berubah itu bukan hanya profil tanah air kita, tapi profil orang-orang Indonesia yang berada di Amerika. Ini baru dimulai tahun lalu, ya. Profil orang Indonesia di Amerika atau profil orang Indonesia di luar negeri itu sebelumnya apa ya istilahnya ya? Tidak terlalu bersinar. Mengapa? Karena dianggap orang Indonesia yang di luar itu adalah sinonim dengan TKI, ya kan? Kan kalau kita baca koran segala macam, orang Indonesia di luar itu 80% beritanya adalah mengenai TKI. Karena 2 juta orang Indonesia di luar negeri itu berstatus TKI, ya, dari 8 juta yang disampaikan Pak Aris. Mereka lupa bahwa orang Indonesia di luar negeri itu like all of you, they own restaurants, they own hotels in Salatiga. Yeah, their own homes, right? Their own business. They go to schools. They are teachers at universities. They can become politicians, but all sorts of personalities and profiles. Ya. Nah, inilah yang baru sejak tahun lalu kita bangkitkan kesadaran bahwa orang Indonesia di luar negeri adalah orang Indonesia yang bermartabat, kreatif, ya, punya penghasilan, dan bukan hanya relevan bagi keluarganya, tapi juga relevan bagi orang-orang di tanah air. Saya yakin hampir setiap orang di sini yang punya penghasilan lebih pasti